Hello, travel friends. In this episode, we are going to give our honest review of some of the most popular attractions in Venice, Italy. All right, so why don't we start off with
San Marco Square. You're going to end up in San Marco Square no matter what because a lot of the big attractions are right around it. So I don't think it requires a separate visit because you will most likely, if you're in Venice, you'll walk through it at least 2 or 3 times, depending. It's the largest square in Venice.
Right.
It's most popular because of St. Mark's Basilica is at the end of it.
I would say the most interesting thing is that San Marcos, it frequently floods. I think during the winter months, when it's either raining a lot or during high tide or something, you can time it so that you can visit San Marco Square when it's flooding, and I think that would add something really cool and interesting to your trip. So during the season when it does occasionally or frequently floods, then you'll see some platforms laid out in the square so that when it floods you can walk on the platform. I did not know that it floods as often as it does, but Venice, it seems like there's like small floods pretty frequently, and so if you're interested in that experience, I would probably think it would be really cool. I'm sad that we weren't able to do that, but I think that would have been like a cool, memorable thing to do. But otherwise, the square is, I guess, a square. But
the main attraction off of San Marco Square,
the Basilica, I thought that was cool. It was a very memorable church.
I do believe that as a tourist attraction, you should go in and see it. It's one of the top things. It's also going to be one of the longest lines that you'll hit, but it's very much worth it.
And it's quite different from, some of the others that you would see, like Notre Dame or St. Peter's, right? Very, very different. So I would highly recommend going. So yeah, thumbs up for that one.
Thumbs up for that one.
All right.
Okay, so the next thing that is right in the same area would be the Royal Gardens. Don't let the title fool you.
Yeah.
We walked through there and it's very small.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's
very tiny.
Yeah, if you're living in the U.S., it's like a neighborhood garden or neighborhood park. Very, I would say, unimpressive in reference to the title.
To the title.
Right? Like, I think, like, if you're hearing, oh, let's go to the Royal Gardens, you think of some of the, like...
England.
Right, English gardens.
Or like the botanical garden. You think it's going to be, or like Versailles.
Right.
You think it's going to be something really remarkable. And we walked in, and I'm a sucker for gardens, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I honestly thought that we were at the wrong place. Because I was like, this can't be it. This is like, I can see where the end is of this garden. So
this is something that, again, if you're killing time or if you're waiting in the Basilica line, it's right around the corner.
Right.
Pop in and then go back and meet your group, or if you're waiting for dinner, something like that.
Snap a picture, put it on your social media, and say like you've been there. But I mean,
it's
very, very unimpressive. So I would be like,
you could skip it. It's just a time filler.
Yep. All right, next one.
All right. So what you should not skip is Harry's Bar. There are 2 locations. The main one is very close to San Marco Square, right off. It is a 1930s amazing place where it's the home of the Bellini. And so that's why people go there.
Supposedly it's where I think the Bellini was invented, the Bellini drink.
And it's great. I mean, it's white tablecloths. You go in, you order the Bellinis. It comes also with like olives and a couple little nuts. But you have to admit, after you try that Bellini, you're like, oh, I get it.
So I've never had a Bellini drink before, so I can't compare the Bellini there to other Bellinis. But my goodness, Bellinis are delicious. Delicious. It is the most expensive drink I've ever had. I've ever paid for, and we live in Los Angeles, so we're used to really expensive drinks. This is an expensive drink.
It's the experience. You don't go there for multiple. You go there for one because it's a staple. I recommend definitely going if you are of age.
I think that if you are a fan of cocktails, or you enjoy making cocktails, or you're a bartender, and like you enjoy that history of drinks and stuff, you have to go. If you don't care at all about cocktails, I would say it's skippable. That's just my opinion about it.
We're gonna agree to disagree. So I am a definite yes, and he is.
All right, next.
Another one of the top tourist attractions is the Rialto Bridge. I recommend going to see it. You'll always recognize it. It's the white, and it looks like there's covered kind of little shops on it, which there are.
I would say it's one of the iconic pictures of Venice. You know, like if you take a picture with the Rialto Bridge, then people who've been to Venice like, okay, that's Venice.
Or if they haven't been to Venice, they know it's Venice.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's like the picture, the bridge that you see in all the pictures. Just know that that's probably going to be one of the most crowded places in Venice, period. Right? Like that is, yeah, you go there during like noon, good, you know, good luck. Have fun, you know. But
Yeah.
it's super crowded.
Super credit. I think just build it into, it's on the way to a lot of different things. So just pop in. I mean, we went over it early in the morning, so the shops weren't open and it was pretty empty. And it's pretty, but it's not, you're not going to be spending more than 5 to 10 minutes there.
I also think that the Rialto Bridge is one of those bridges that one of the attractions you're going to naturally come across as you're walking around Venice, especially if you're spending more than a day in Venice, because it's just one of the main bridges that crosses the canal, or the major canal. So yeah, avoid it during crowded hours if you can. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay.
There's a lot of things that are fine, according to Jimmy. So the final tourist attraction we'll review is Liberia Aqua Alta. It's the water library. It's a bookshop. It's on the canal. I'm a book fanatic, so this is something that I had been wanting to go for a long time. I already know what Jimmy's gonna say, but if you like libraries, books, it's very cool. The way that it's set up is it's all these books. It's flooded multiple times. There's a way to get in from the canal. It just has this really quaint book lovers feeling. I didn't buy any books, but it was really great to walk around.
Most people don't buy books there, you know, like it's
A lot of them are ruined with the salt water.
I would say to call it a true bookshop. I don't know.
Potato.
I would more likely call it a tourist attraction. People go there to take pictures. It's cool to walk around.
I'm a yes. If you have time, it's easy to walk to. It's super cute. If you're a big Instagrammer, it's very Instagrammy and Instagrammable. But what I think what's really unique is it shows how often Venice does flood because you can see the water line on the books. Now, I want to be clear, like they do have books for sale that are in protected areas, but then they have a lot of old books that they've strategically set. Like they have books in an old bathtub, and like they've got a canoe.
Again, it's
boat.
like
It's really
touristy
cute.
tourist attraction. Great for pictures. You know, go there, snap a picture with books behind you, put it on your dating profile, and then you'll like. All right, do we have anything else to review or?
No, I think that those are the big ones.
So as you guys have noticed, I'm very meh on a lot of these tourist attractions. I would not say that I'm very meh on Venice. I think it is a great place to visit. But I feel like a lot of Venice is like the vibe. I feel that a lot of it is like walking along the old streets, along the old canals, you know, across the bridges. It's just like the atmosphere of Venice, the history there. And that is great, and especially like if you're able to spend the evening there, dining and relaxing along the canal or along the streets. That's the best part of Venice to me. I feel like a lot of the attractions are not there. You know, like I feel like if you're going to go to Venice for a day or two, and like your plan is to hit up like all the attractions,
You're missing
you're probably
the
gonna
magic of
you're
Venice.
probably gonna miss a lot of the magic of Venice, and you're probably also going to be very frustrated with the crowds that you're going to encounter as you're checking off that list. My love of Venice is basically the non-attractions, the regular alleyways or the streets and stuff. So
The things that surprise you when you are walking around.
right.
But yeah, I mean, you guys can choose what works best for you.
Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right, till next time.
Bye.